Hello, I'm Greg. Welcome to my channel, Midnight Oil Software. In this video, I want to show you how I created a tutorial for my Highland Panic game, and I used an asset from the asset store called Endless Book. So if we jump over to my screen here, this is my Steam page, and I'm looking at the screenshots that I've uploaded from my Steam page, and this is the old tutorial, screenshots from the old tutorial before I've done this rewrite. And if we go through and look at these, one thing I wanted to do is replace the artwork because I've completely changed the artwork for the cards since I made the old tutorial. You can see there's screenshots with some instructions on how to play the game and so forth. And that was okay, but I wasn't super happy with the way it looked. And since I was planning on replacing it anyway, I thought I would go ahead and redo it completely. And I discovered there was a really cool asset that's available in this 30 for 30 mega bundle. This is a bundle that's going on until July 20th. And I will put a link to this bundle in the description of the video if you want to grab it. And the asset that I'm using is this Endless Book asset. And so we go take a look at that. We're going to go to the full details page here. And by the way, if you're watching this video after the sale has ended or after the bundle has ended, I'll put a link to just this asset as well so you can go and grab it if you want it. But you can see here from this demo that it's really got some cool features. You've got animations and stuff you can include in there using basically a render texture for that. But I'll go into that in a little bit more detail when I show you how I implemented the tutorial in my game. And so to show you that, I'm going to jump over to Unity and I'm just going to hit play and show you the tutorial that I've come up with using that asset. So let Unity recompile and run. And there we go. And if I click this little book icon up here, it's going to open my tutorial. And you can see you've got this kind of candlelit scene. There's candles up here and down here flickering. And you've got this really nice looking book that says Highland Panic Tutorial. And it's got graphics from my game in it. Click book to open. So if I click the book, you see it opens up to this page here. And it's got this nice animation of the book flipping through pages. If I click that, it takes me to the table of contents. Now the table of contents, these are all actually links. So if I click on that, it will take me to that actual page in the table of contents. And if I click this icon here, it takes me back to the table of contents. And you can, of course, just flip through individual pages like so. And so the tutorial is pretty much the same as before in terms of the content. I've got my card graphics, I've got arrows showing where cards can be played, I've got some descriptive text, but I just think it's a lot more attractive this way, and it's more interactive. You can flip pages. It's got some cool sound effects when the pages flip. You have another note back here saying you can click the book to open, jump back to the table of contents, and I like the way it flips multiple pages at a time like that. I think that's really cool. Go back to the title page here, close the book. So that's the tutorial. And so getting out of this screen here, just stop running. I will show you now how I implemented the tutorial. So like before, my tutorial is an additive scene. So if I right click on this scene here and say open scene additive, boom, it opens up that tutorial along with the title scene that I had. And the way that this thing works, you have a book, and there's an Endless Book script, and then you can add pages. And each of these pages is basically a material, and that material can have a base map, and that base map is essentially a texture. If you go down here and look at my textures, you can see here is my page 1 texture, and I created all of these textures using Photoshop. I just basically, there's actually a zip file that came with this asset that has templates for the pages. And I just took one of those templates, opened it up in Photoshop, and I just created the contents for every page that I wanted to have in my tutorial. Now the exception is the render page here, the render texture, I should say, for this front page. And so the render texture, in addition to having just graphics like this, it's also got underneath of it, this page view, it's got another animated book. And these are just empty pages that just flip back and forth. So this book has a script, and it will just flip back and forth through all of those pages that gives you that cool little animation. The table of contents page, that one was a little bit interesting because I basically had to add colliders for all of the chapters that I want to be able to go to. And so if we come in here and we look at these and we show the colliders in our scene, I hope you can see that rectangle there. Basically, I just had to position a box collider over where I wanted the chapters to go. And there's a script on there that basically handles, it does a raycast from the camera's viewport position onto the page and checks to see if we collide it with any of these chapter colliders. And if we do, we go to that particular page. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you thought that was pretty cool. I thought that asset was nice. And when I saw it in the bundle, I knew I had to grab it and use it to rewrite the tutorial for Highland Panic. If you liked this video, do me a favor and click like and subscribe. It really does help me to grow my channel. And be sure to go down to the description if you want to grab that bundle or even just grab that endless book asset. There's links in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck on your game development journey.